How does a tournament set that looks like this end up leaving the crowd like this?
And at the very last moment, FDJ getting a stray hit under the battlefield.
Hey friends, it's Stark here for my yearly video. I was at GOML Forever this past weekend and it was a blast, taking place in Toronto right in the downtown core. It was a fantastic time where, although I'm a little past the desires to perform at the top level and be the very best that no one ever was, it was still a great weekend. I met so many chill people, got to hang out with my friends by the pool, playing games at the 24-hour venue, and watch some hype fighting games across more than just Smash, but pretty much everything. From Street Fighter to Rivals to of course the 11 p.m. Brawl brackets that were taking place. Also, it's Toronto, which if you aren't familiar is such a lively and cultural place. You could go out for the night and not have anything to do with video games if you wanted to. For example, there was a Taste of the Middle East festival happening just outside the venue, where I ate lots and lots of shawarma and I don't regret a thing. Let me be the voice to tell you that even if you're not a top player with access to VIP lounges, you can have an incredible time with your friends at a tournament like GOML.
Could he do it? Mark Killer, oh my god, jumps a little bit too early.
One grab for none, one F smash for Jude.
Yeah.
Can he hit it this time?
Oh, soft. Oh my god, yeah, on the nair, single hit there. Oh, gentlemen. Oh,
That's gonna do it.
That's gotta be it.
The topic of this video is a particular set found in the Day 3 Top 32 bracket, specifically during Winners Quarters, where a 45-minute Puff Ditto would soon take place between Hungrybox and SDJ. Now, if you're getting deja vu, that's because this is history that has happened before at this very tournament series. Last year, at GOML X in 2024, Hungrybox and SDJ would have the very same matchup at almost the same point in bracket. In that set, Hungrybox would begin down 0-2, but would claw back this deficit and win, sending the crowd into uproar and producing both one of the greatest pop-offs in modern Melee history and one of the most excited crowds for a Puff Ditto ever seen or heard.
You need to find an aerial now. SDJ's just drifting in. HBox doesn't want to risk it.
Oh my gosh. The pop-off we are about to see.
1 minute.
Oh,
That's it! And there it is! Oh, the chair! Oh my god!
I called it, guys. What the hell?
Not again! The second one's not gonna do it.
But he reconsiders.
But you thought about it for a second. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Hungrybox is done with the
Until this year. Strangely, the parallels between last year's and this year's Puff Ditto would continue to build. SDJ would dominantly take Game 1 and even Game 2, and would follow similar processes where SDJ, even if they go down in percents, would find multiple strings of back airs or up airs covering grabbing the ledge, and really take the win by any means necessary. They were playing fantastic. Both players would also use time to their advantage. And when you're using timeouts as a viable strategy, the crowd would be a mix. For some, the boredom in the mid-game as half an hour passed and the Dreamland theme enters its 100th repetition with only one stock gone for each person, it's tough to get hype. However, when you're set the bar that low for excitement, every single hit as one player ekes closer to victory would be sending the crowd into spirals.
Seeing an HBox run. Okay. But I'm glad that SDJ, you know what, though? I'm a little bit biased on this. I love because that means we cannot go back to Dreamland.
So with SDJ up 2-0 again, you would think maybe this is the time. But you never count Hungrybox out until Game 3 is over. In Game 3, it was another neck-and-neck battle of the back airs, and eventually, after being down too much to make a proper comeback, SDJ would essentially concede Game 3, engaging in a rest cycle where each player would hit respective rests, come back from the blast zone, and then rest the other person, and HBox would nail the final rest, taking Game 3 for his own.
Is it a trade though? Is it a trade?
Yes.
Oh, almost. If there wasn't offset checkers, oh! Let's go! The crowd's popping off! Because it's happening! Yay! Production is popping!
This was a smart strategy by SDJ to conserve brain power and stamina, and would set the viewers up to see Hungrybox be given one last lifeline to take the set home. And it began with a couple different strings, drilling on these shields and finding grabs, up airs by sneaking under each other, a couple reads on returning to stage, and 8 minutes of daunting drifts and spaced aerials would find HBox within the last 10 seconds of a Pokemon Stadium timeout. And as history would suggest, SDJ would not be able to find enough percent in time to take Game 4. HBox wins.
Oh, they're starting the countdown early.
Yeah,
they start the countdown at 20. Okay.
And SDJ, knowing the game's over, elects to go.
HBox would take it, and at this point, heading into Game 5, it really feels like we're watching the same set 2 years in a row. The crowd is at their feet, standing, screaming, for both players at this point. One group looking for HBox to do the impossible, and another group hoping that SDJ will be the one that can take the set. Game 5, however, is completely different, and is where we see this story take its full form. Hungrybox would begin applying set adaptations like drill shield pokes, playing for drift under up airs, even using the stage to his advantage, and SDJ would continue doing what they do best, setting up unbreakable back air walls and a calm style of play where, although they both play the same character, it seemed particularly lethal in the hands of SDJ. Each opening was worth its weight in gold, and at the beginning of every stock it would seem that HBox was the puff, leading the stock and percent count and dictating the pace of the game. Pairing that with the fact that we were leaving the Dreamland Echo Chambers, I think the crowd was beginning to charge with energy at who would be declared the winner, and you could hear it in the audio.
Right. HBox coming alive knows that this is his chance. He cannot blow this lead. This is a minute and 56 seconds, the longest minute 56 seconds of his life.
2 stocks remaining. At this point, both players would be seemingly playing within 10 to 20% of each other, and it could not be closer for the most part. That is, until HBox would start to pull away on these stock leads. The feeling of a foreboding HBox reverse 3-0 filled the air. Even as SDJ would claw for their lead back on the last stock, the crowd, the commentators, SDJ themselves likely couldn't shake the feeling that it wasn't over yet for the box. Thinking about the DX racers that will be destroyed if he wins, back throws that convert into nothing. Thinking about how this might give him the chance to win his 3rd GOML, 15 whiffed back airs for every confirmed hit. Now HBox has the lead, and it's only growing. One wrong DI, and a back air could seal the game early. This should be a set that put the crowd to sleep. But really, there is no boring melee when the stakes and desire to win all come to a head. The thing about Game 5, and knowing these tournament runs and making history are on the line, means every single hit is sending the crowd into overdrive, screaming, yelling, panicking. Side betting is going crazy. And with the stock lead and less than a minute left, it would seem history would be repeating itself once more. Until, let's listen in on the finale.
20%, that's going to be a couple of hits. 30 seconds.
SDJ got under.
SDJ knows they only have a couple of opportunities to get a hit here, taking their time, trying to set up for something good.
13% is more than a bear. Oh!
That's huge. That up air so smart, or up throw so smart from Hungrybox. Just say, get
15.
off me, SDJ.
Oh, 15 seconds.
All right.
Oh.
73, 6%. That could be any hit. Any hit could even this up.
SDJ, are you living? Are you living? Yeah!
And at the very last moment, SDJ getting a stray hit under the battlefield, and HBox.
With mere seconds, with the crowd chanting, addicted to what moves would be made when there's no time left to make them, and with the final hits happening so far from the ground we call battlefield, SDJ would make history. But more importantly, SDJ would break history, taking down HBox and preventing the most hype reverse 3-0 upset to happen twice from happening again. Listen to the crowd. We didn't hear volume like this for the remainder of the tournament, at least until the Zain cartwheel. Maybe that topped it.
He's still living. No, he's not.
It's Zain taking it.
Oh,
3 times.
Bro did a cartwheel.
Bro did a cartwheel?
Bro did a cartwheel.
The 3-time GOML champion can also do cartwheels?
Now, it would be a disservice not to mention that HBox would get the run back in losers finals against SDJ, and HBox would win 3-1 with multiple stock leads that looked way less close of a battle. That is almost 90 minutes of puff gameplay in one top 8, and is no doubt a large reason why the Melee bracket ran so late on Sunday. And perhaps it's a sign of the stamina and experience that makes HBox one of the gods of Melee, and why he has been for so many years. But just for a moment, we saw history shift, and a timeline that was forever changed because of 2 pink balloons and an unstoppable will to find a win, even if it seems impossible. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next year for my next video.
Right.
Where you let him just go crazy.
Where we tape it off.
Yeah. It's like one of those rage rooms. Put some of those prop faces from the movie. How did it get slow?
No, that'd be nice though. Kind of like a timeout zone, kind of like the left side of the fire transformation of Pokemon Stadium. Nobody electing to play.
That's right. HBox taking the moment to rile the crowd.
He knows the people are here for him. People love to see an HBox pop up. I mean, he has been instrumental to several GOML moments the past few years.